sub 3 million more independently style films.
Yeah.
What are some things you're seeing us?
Those are my clients. So that's who I work with. Yeah.
So what are some things you're seeing us out here that we're doing incorrectly that we could be doing to protect ourselves better?
Okay. Well, I think the number one thing is in the early stages of a project, when you're developing, I think that there's a lot of folks that do handshake deals, email deals, and I have seen quite a few where things just went sideways really fast. And it's because there wasn't a clear outlining of, okay, these are the things that I'm responsible for. If I bring the financing, if I bring talent, then I'm attached as a producer. There's always got to be a condition precedent to coming on to a project. And that's
precedent.
Yeah, and it's basically, a trigger. You don't just wake up and say, "Okay, give me a producer deal. I'm a producer now. I woke up this morning and I combed my hair. Now I'm a producer." No,
That's not how it works.
You got to bring something to the table. So, is it financing? Is it distribution? Is it talent? There has to be that trigger point, which is why I like to use collaboration or attachment agreements that have a limited term and that basically outline, what is going to be the thing that gets you to the next step. The easiest way for me to describe it is you want to date people first and not jump to being married to them.
Okay. Jump to having the baby. I've heard having a film as being having a child.
That does happen. It is like having a child. I have two. And it's a labor of it takes years. It's expensive. There's a lot of tantrums in the middle of it. Sleepless nights, dirty diapers, the whole thing. Yes.
Well, I haven't experienced any dirty diapers on set, but I believe you. I'm going to believe that that's a thing. And but I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying there. Okay, cool. So that makes a ton of sense. What is something else? Is there anything else that we're doing that you think just briefly I'm sorry. What's the worst that you've ever seen a deal go immediately off the rails? Like give me a horror story.
I think the worst ones are where, unfortunately, there's someone in a position of power on a film that is abusing that power and harassing members of the crew, using their power to kind of intimidate them. It could be somebody who's just a bully. It could be somebody that is sexually harassing people. But we've had that unfortunately happen several times, and we're in the middle of production. It's not like you could just oh, well, let's just replace the director. You've got these people for 2 or 3 weeks. And so, you've got to come in and you've got to have really tough conversations. And then you kind of have to clean up the mess after the fact. And obviously I can't tell you which projects, those happened in, but it is something that happens, and it's really unfortunate.
I mean, the most interesting ones I've seen is I've had 2 different directors hold footage hostage.
That's another one.
One was there was like a couple that were working, director, actress, or something like that. It wasn't my project.